What's up everybody, my name is Wreck-It Rob, and this game was brought to my attention the other day. Welcome to Kingdom of Heroes Tactics War, I believe it's called. This is another gacha style game, kind of like how I've played in the past. Well, for those of you who know me from Calibria, welcome. This is a fun game. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Wreck-It Rob. Glad to have you here. This is a game that was brought to my attention the other day, actually. Well, yesterday. This game was released globally yesterday. From my understanding though, it was released, like, it had small releases before, but it wasn't completely released until yesterday. And I only saw it because another Calibria streamer was playing this, named Spaceballs. This game looked really fun. I wanted to download it. It has a really cool kind of like very anime art style for like the majority of the game. So to preface this is a gacha game. So, you know, it functions on the loot box principle. You get some summons, some cool stuff. Oh, pretty. Oh, we play with those. But it's hiding a secret, and I'll show you guys exactly what I mean. We're gonna go in and we're just gonna start this battle. As you see, these are the heroes that I'm gonna be using. We're just gonna click start. You see, this is the fun part because it's set to auto. It's like a hexagonal chessboard. Like, someone compared it to like auto chess. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it's essentially a gacha game, but the way you fight is on a two-dimensional playing field, essentially. And the thing that I love about this, and the thing that I've sat and nerded over this entire I've been playing this for about less than 24 hours, about a day. The thing that I love about it is it really brings me back to kind of like my days playing D&D. I played D&D all throughout high school. I actually have a group in college and we all play D&D together, and this just really brings me back to that, you know, moving pieces around on a board, trying to position yourself well and kind of outthink the other person, not just on the skills that you have, but also the placement and like your creativity and everything. It really brings me back to that, and I love it. So I guess for this video I kind of just wanted to do kind of my, I guess, 24-hour review of the game. Just kind of some things that I really like about it, and something I don't like about it. And try as I might, there's not much that I dislike about this game. What I will say is the art style, oh my god, I love it. Because it's like, well, let's go into hero. And let's just go look and see. You can see like this is the card art style for everyone. You click on it, you can see like their character animations and everything. And I appreciate that it's not like the basic art style of it, like just the normal, like what you see here. It's like two-dimensional in a 3D space. So you can see, like, you know, there's shadows, there's her hand moving. Well, her hand's not matched up to her shadow. Anyway, so it's you can see two-dimensional objects moving, but it looks like they're three-dimensional just because of how it moves. I love that. I love the art style with that. I love kind of, you know, how I guess how like anime, like old anime-esque it looks, like Dragon Ball Z era anime. When you look at it, like, you know, you see the traditional anime features and everything, but what you also see is like this tiny bit of like graininess, which you really only got back when animes were, you know, constantly hand-drawn. And I love that look. One of the few things I don't like, and this is just me being privileged coming from Calibria, is that the 2, 4, and 6 slot runes, you can still get flat stats, which is kind of annoying, but it's fine. I sat and did that for a year on Summoner's War, so it doesn't bother me that much. I love the animations when they're fighting. I'm gonna go back and do another one, just because I just love, I just love this concept. Like, I'm sure there's been a game that's done this in the past, but this really seems to be the one that, like, I don't know, did it so well, because you can see the character animations completely different. They're kind of like, instead of their normal animations, like what you see on these faces over here on the left, those are kind of like the, you know, like real gritty, like anime-esque looking, like this is what it is. But their character models, their actual character models, not their art, is like these tiny, like shrunken, stubby little, like cutesy, I don't know, they remind me of like pop figurines almost, like with tiny heads. I don't know why, but it's just I get that from like seeing them fight and everything. And I appreciate, you know, like how they constantly turn around. You can see each side of them. I can like freely move around the map. There's just so much with this. And that like 100% like that like perfect like anime ending right there. Where it's like, you know, it's like the last punch and it's like, oh, and it would generally like be really slowed down and everything. It just really brings me back to like some like really old animes and stuff, and it's really cool. Like I said, I'm from Calibria, for any of you who don't know. And so Calibria was one of the first that I've seen anyway to add this this auto fighting function. So in this one, it's just a repeating function right here. And the cool thing about this one though is you can set conditions for when you want it to stop. And I kind of discovered how much I liked this on accident. I opened up a rift, I think they call it in this game. And it was just for like a little 2-star hero, and I sat and ran it. And I ran it once, and then I was like, okay, I'm gonna run it some more. And I went to go back, and it had the auto available for me, and I clicked it. And like this popped up, but with that one it said like, you could cut it off when you gained a certain amount of chips, like for that hero. That's such a genius idea. Like, it's something that really helps, like, I guess anybody with OCD that would like look at that, and it's just amazing. Yeah, you can see like if you wanted to go on a defeat, if you discover rifts, all these things, and the fact that you can set the actual number of repeats for like how many fights you actually want it to do is just amazing. There's so many things in here that are just so nice. And I'm pretty sure if you wanted to stop, you would just like go in here and then click end repeat battle. I was still playing around with that. I'm not sure exactly how to do that, but it's so fun. And I like that you have these little character models for like what you're gonna be, like the challenge you're trying to get past once you get through the stage. It's so cool. It's such a fun thing that they have in here. I appreciate the layout of this map. Once again, this kind of reminds me of, it kind of really reminds me a lot of like Dragon Age Origins, or really Dungeons and Dragons, but Dragon Age is the one that comes to mind to me. That's really what that reminds me of. Also, whenever you're doing summons, you have kind of the same thing. And this is something that I wish other games would get through their head. You don't just need to have like 10 pulls, 5 pulls, whatever it is. Having, where is it? There. So whenever you go to do a pull, it's not just like 1, 5, 10 or 1 and 10. You can do 1 and then up to 10, but that up to like is however many you have left. And that, oh my gosh, I played Summoner's War. That was what I wanted. I've played Calibria for like 7 months, 8 months. That's what I've wanted. Like, there's no sense in having it cut off where we're only summoning 1, 5, and 10, because then we have to just one pull the rest of them, and it takes longer and it's kind of annoying. This one we can just keep multi-pulling until we're down to 0, and that's brilliant. That's wonderful. That's something that I've wanted for so long. Another thing that I think is amazing that Calibria actually did was they have costumes, or well, in Calibria they're skins, but here they're costumes. And once again, they're actually like, they serve a purpose, which I love. So if you get one of these skins, like this one increases Esperanza's speed by 1 and attack by 15, that's genius. That's amazing. That actually makes people who don't care about aesthetics almost want to care about aesthetics just for the fact that they get a boost from it. Or even if they're not caring about the aesthetics, you get a boost from doing this. It's such a genius thing to do. Now, I did also say though that there were certain things that I don't like about this, and honestly, this is probably just because it's on the second day and like the game was just released. The game is so cluttered, like it's so busy. Like, this is the most like unintuitive or counterintuitive, whatever you want to call it, like layout for a UI I've seen at a gacha game. There's how many things to click here? There's 18 things to click just on the front page. And not only that, if you click this one, it opens up like all the stuff and then even more. I really hope that they just like find a way to put like this is a store, just throw that down. I really hope that some of these things they can find a way to like shrink down and fit in other places, because one of the things that I really enjoy when I look at a game is the UI. Like it's not necessarily a small detail, but it's a detail that I pay attention to a lot. If the UI is cluttered, it's hard to understand. I'm not going to want to play it as much. That being said, this UI isn't going to deter me from playing this game, because I love the art style, I love the gameplay, and I love the fact that it's actually like breaking away a little bit from what a normal gacha game is. But yeah, still hoping in the future that they get rid of some of this clutter, just some of this clutter, and just fix some of this. In all honesty, that's kind of the only thing that I have, like, not even bad, just like kind of criticizing to say about the game. The only other thing that I'm a little curious about is how farming for XP is actually gonna work, because you have to think about it. In other games, you have, you know, they're stationary. If you have an AoE hit, it can nuke down an entire thing. But in this one, like, if the enemy is placed wrong or they move wrong, your speed team or like your farmer isn't gonna work as efficiently. So I'm not sure how that's gonna go. I mean, you can see I'm only on Hessen. I'm only on the 3rd stage, but even still, I don't know how it's gonna work. But I mean, I'm gladly gonna stick around to see how it works though. I'm gonna keep playing this game. I'm probably gonna keep making videos on it, in all honesty. Even if they don't get the views like my normal videos get, I can't help it. The game's really fun. It takes me back to a simpler time. It's just really fun. I really hope that anyone who's looking for a new gacha game, or just a new game in general, just a new pastime, picks up this game. If so, add me in game. It's just Wreck-It Rob 101. Feel free, send me your friend request. I'll probably accept you. I only have like 3 friends right now on here. But yeah, so I guess this was kind of my 24-hour review soapbox preach about the game. I love it. I hope other people will love it too. With that, I think that's all I have for you guys today. If you enjoyed this, please do me a favor and wreck that like button, as well as a subscribe button down below. Also, follow me on Twitch. I think I'm probably going to be streaming this game the day after this video comes out, right around like 2 o'clock probably. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Later.